Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Sonia, your host and companion on Thinking Out Loud Thursdays. Talking about salary during the interviews can be very awkward and tricky. It's a question that often leaves us very uncertain. And today we will speak about the same question, as this can either make or break your interviews. Whenever you're appearing for an interview, the person who's taking your interview will ask you at some point or the other, okay, what are your salary expectations or what are you expecting in terms of the compensation? And then you're like thinking, I never thought about this question. What am I supposed to say? If I say a number, maybe they'll not have that in mind. If I say some figure, maybe they'll think that, okay, fine, this is not what we had at budget. What number should we say? Will that be a right number? Am I underselling myself, or is this going to be amount too much for the other company and they're going to reject me on the basis of this? So how do you approach this question without underselling and even scaring the employers? So let's dive in without any further ado. Grab your cups of coffee and let's begin with the episode. But before that, please consider subscribing if you've still not done so, and hit the notification bell, because every week, every Thursday, I bring new episodes for all of you, which some way down the line will help you in your career. Now, first, let's look at why is this question asked in the first place. It's because the employers want to see if you fall in their set budget. See, every position has a particular budget, that this is the maximum or the minimum salary that we can offer for a position. So even if it's like a marketing executive, trainee executive, or a general manager or a vice president, there is a budget that the company has, that beyond which we will not be able to stretch ourselves, and below which, if a candidate is coming, maybe the candidate is not up to the mark, and somewhere down the line, the candidate is ready to settle for a lower salary. So always the company will have like a minimum and a maximum band within which they are looking for an ideal candidate for themselves. And it's also to see how much are you aware of the industry standards, whether you're aware of that this role, that's the salary bracket that they have. So they also want to gauge you as to, whether you're aware of it also or not. So first thing what you need to do is research, because research is the key here. Before you're going for the interview, look up the industry salary range for the position that you're going in for. Platforms like Glassdoor, LinkedIn, salary.com, they are the platforms that you can get some information, some basic guidelines will be there, some rough estimate will be given for a position. What is the salary that can be expected? There is always like a minimum and a maximum written, because there is always going to be a scope for negotiation. And here, when the question is asked to you, please do not mention any fixed amount. Like, if the interviewer is asking you, okay, fine, so what is your expectation in terms of compensation, or what is the salary that you're expecting? Now, you must be thinking, oh, okay, I'm expecting my salary to be 15 lakhs a year. Now, here what you've done is you've given a fixed number. Now, the employer here will think either you're underselling yourself, because the employer had a figure of maybe 18 lakhs or 19 lakhs or maybe 21 lakhs for the position, and you're underselling yourself. Or the employer will think, this is not the budget that we've kept. Our budget was 12 lakhs or 13 lakhs, and he's asking for more. So please do not ever mention a fixed amount, because then you're not leaving any room for negotiation. You should look at what is your qualification, what are your grades, what is your experience, what is your skill set. And basis that, if you mention a fixed amount, you might be settling for a less salary. So do an online search as to, for this role with this experience, what is the package that you can expect. And please don't get stumped, like surprised or taken aback, and be quiet about it, because you get a little nervous, right? It's very difficult. Not many people are very upfront with what exactly do they want. They don't have that clarity, and hence, and especially when you're just starting your career, you are a little hesitant. It's but natural. But don't be quiet at this question and feel very uncomfortable about it. Like to say, I don't know what to say, or I didn't think about this question, because it's very hard for the employer to visualize that you never thought about the money. You came for an interview, but you've not thought about that what is the salary that I'm going to be getting from the company. It's very hard for other people to visualize that you are not thinking about what is the money that the company should pay you. Because if you settle for a lesser salary, it's going to be very difficult for you to move up in the salary bracket, because then you are within the company, then you have to perform perform to get a salary raise. But if you start at a higher salary bracket, then it's much easier for you to, move forward. So always give a salary range, like basis my qualification and my experience and the skill set. I'm looking at a salary anyway between 15 to 18 lakhs. So now what you're doing is you are giving a range, and that is, of course, there's a room for negotiation as well. So you're giving basically a range that is within your bottom line, or that is a little above than your bottom line that you've set for yourself. Because if you say that I haven't thought about it, then it shows that you do not have the confidence in your skills and you don't know what you deserve. Because if you say an amount or you give a range and you reply properly, it shows that you're very confident, you're mature enough. Because whenever you're asked about the salary expectation question, it's a chance to show that you've done your search, that you've done your homework, and you're making a very compelling case that why you deserve that salary. Always focus on your skills and the value that you can bring on table for the organization whenever you're asked about this question. Highlight your skills, your experience, achievements, so that you're able to justify the salary range that you're mentioning. For example, you can say, I have 5 years of work experience in this field with a proven track record of achieving XYZ percentage in revenue or in growth. And based on my qualification and my skills, which are aligned with the role and responsibilities that you are expecting, I'm looking at a range which is between this and this. So then you can give a range. So what you're doing is, before giving a range, you're also justifying as to why you deserve that salary. Right? And the companies appreciate that. They feel that you are very confident, you've done your homework, and you know that why you want that salary. As to, you are basically giving a justification reason for it, right? And it's not out of the blue, a number came to your mind and you've just said that number. And sometimes maybe the interviewer is going to take time. Maybe in the first round, they may not ask you for the salary expectation. Maybe in the second round that they might ask you. So please wait for the right moment. Let them ask you this question. And it should not be that in a hurry you should ask this question. So just wait for the right time for this question to be asked. And if you feel that, the interview is coming to a close, you've had the second round, and now the HR person also has finished the interview, and this question is not even asked, then you can probably ask that question, but in a way that the other person will not be taken aback, will be uncomfortable in answering that question to you. So you can simply say that I'm excited about the opportunity to work here and would love to understand the role and responsibilities. And with this, could you also share the salary range for the position? Now, what you're doing is you are showing your enthusiasm of working in the organization, and also you would like to know what is the salary range for the role or for the position. Just remember, justifying the range always will help you. And lastly, be very open for negotiation. Salary is always one part of the overall compensation package. There would be incentives, bonuses, you might be getting some stock or equity share, or there might be allowances given to you, travel allowance, mobile allowance, education allowance. So look at what is your overall compensation package and then see whether this is fitting in the range that you have in mind. And if you would like to know that apart from the salary range, what else is there, you can simply say, for example, that while I'm looking at a salary range between this and this, I'm also keen to know other aspects of the compensation package. Now, what you're doing is you're giving a range, plus you're also mentioning that you would like to know more on the other aspects of the compensation package. So whenever this question is asked that what are your salary expectations, you should always just start with a very positive note that I'm glad that you brought it up and thank you for asking. I've done my research on the skills and the industry standards of what with people with similar roles and experience and skills expect as a salary, and based on that information, my salary expectation is anywhere between say 15 to 18 lakhs or 25 to 30 lakhs or whatever is the range. What is your previous salary and what is it that you're expecting now? More than this, I'm also looking forward to being part of a team that has a sense of mission and is empowered to do their best. Or you can say it in another way, that I'm very excited to be part of a team that has a sense of mission and is empowered to do their best. My salary expectation is within the range then you can mention your range. So there are so many ways that you can address this question. But yes, don't be quiet, don't be shy, don't be uncomfortable when you're asked about this question. If you're not ready to answer this question, then you can delay the question by asking on more about the role and responsibilities and seek information on the compensation range that they have in mind. By simply saying that I believe my experience and my skills in this area make me a strong candidate, I'm open to discussing the compensation package that reflects my value. So here what you're doing is you are not giving them a range, but you're also asking them what they have in mind very politely, which actually sounds good. So always do your research, show your value, be confident and ready to negotiate. Look at the overall package and not just your salary. So good luck everyone with your job search, and I really hope that you get your dream jobs which pays you whatever salary bracket that you have in mind. Wishing you all the very best in your career journey. On that note, we come to the end of our episode. I really hope that you found value, and if there are any other questions that you have in mind and you would like to ask me, please leave a comment below, or you could even write me an email. My email is mentioned on the screen for you. Before you go, please hit the subscribe button if you've still not done so, and hit the notification bell, as every Thursday I bring new episodes for all of you. Thank you for watching me, and I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye-bye.